Alright then. Hello and welcome to the second thing of Welcome to Overwatch. So, when I was deciding what to do, I put most of the heroes in, kind of categories. So, some of them are fairly easy to team up. So, you've got the various criminal elements like Doomfist, Reaper, Junkrat, Roadhog, and Moria. You've got the Omnics, so Orisa, Zenyatta, Genji to a degree, and Bastion. You've got ways of teaming them up. Some of them are mechanical, so we've got a auto lock on. We've got an auto lock on week coming up, which will be Winston, Soldier 76, Symmetra, and Torbjorn. And the final week will be the new generation, so Farah, May, Diva, and Lucia, who are A, some of the heroes I really like playing, and B, the in-universe, kind of like the next generation of individuals coming up to fill in the shoes of the old Overwatch. Some of the characters couldn't be easily placed. And I ended up putting together a list of the characters that I am worst at for each of the 4 types of character. But before we get into them, for those of you who have never played Overwatch before, you may be wondering what on earth is going on with the main menu screen. Or you might think this is perfectly normal. So Overwatch does regular events, and this one is the Chinese New Lunar Year. So it's the Year of the Dog, and so you've got a load of new cosmetic skins to unlock for various characters, such as Mercy, Genji, Zarya, and Farah. That's Zarya. So I've been deliberately putting everyone in their kind of default skin. I have quite a few skins for all of them. So Genji, for instance, can become a Power Ranger, as seen here. I've been leaving them as their kind of classic skins, just as a kind of introduction thing. But so Tracer that I did last time, I've switched back to her graffiti outfit because that's my favourite of her outfits. Look at her, she's just cool. And also, hold on, we can look at her weapons, and her guns are now spray can, her guns are now paint sprays that can kill you, which I really like. Wait, can I just check something? Holy shit. So, let's talk about shipping for a minute. Tracer is often shipped with a character called Widowmaker. And when I see the line Tracemaker on the side of her gun, my immediate thought, whether correctly or not, is somebody in the Overwatch design department ships Tracermaker. Yeah. We're going to be talking about Widowmaker today. So, yep, I think that's enough preamble. So let's get into the practice range, and I'll start showing off the characters that... So, today we are doing the 4 characters I am personally worse at. This is... So, I'm actually cheating a bit because the offensive hero I'm worse with is actually Genji. He's really hard for me to use. But he fits really nicely into one of the other themes, so the runner-up, Sombra, gets in instead. So, entirely coincidentally, the 4 characters that I find really difficult to use, well, A, they're all women, but B, they're all linked. Well, they're 2 pairs that are linked to each other. So let's start with. So we go a bit out of order. Usually I'll go offense, defense, tank, support. But today I'm going to go offense, tank, defense, support. Because this is Sombra, a infamous hacker from Mexico. She is kind of a conspiracy nut. Not in the sense of, oh, she believes in this grand conspiracy, but she found this grand conspiracy and it tried to silence her completely. So she's trying to figure out what the hell is going on, because it appeared to link all the major factions together. She is currently affiliated with the terrorist group Talon, who is... we'll get into them when we get into the criminal organizations bit, but they're kind of at the moment, the big bad guys. So, in story, she and the other 2 other Talon operatives, Widowmaker and Reaper, travel to Russia to assassinate the head of a Russian's weapon corporation. Russia is having a problem at the moment called the Second Omelette Crisis, which means that basically it's a robot apocalypse that's happening again. The original one was why Overwatch formed in the first place. So they're having this kind of localized one along Korea. And Sombra, and basically Talon was going to go and assassinate the head designer of this company, who coincidentally had been getting a lot of her tech from Omnics. You know, she was kind of exchanging and working with them. Not all Omnics. Oh god, I just said not all Omnics. But anyway, not all Omnics are basically villains. They're working with her, and so basically Sombra, using her hacking skills, deliberately messes up the mission. So Reaper and Widowmaker get caught by security. Reaper, in this case, security means a mech. And Sombra instead blackmails the head designer, who responds by calling him a bit of muscle in the form of Zarya. So Zarya is a former weightlifting pro who decided to, when the second Omelette Crisis began, decided to sign up and do good for her country. She is very strong, and by that I mean the gun she's holding, that's a tank gun. She ripped it off a disabled vehicle and carries it around. It's also a really awkward gun to use, which is why I'm really bad with her. But anyway, so she gets called in by to sort out the Sombra problem. They have a meeting in one of the comics, and nothing really comes out of it, except Zarya is just like, wait, something else going on. But yeah, so none of what I just said is actually at all linked to gameplay. Like, none of it. It's entirely, story-based. And one thing that's really interesting about Overwatch is that the story and the gameplay are completely segregated. Like, there's a couple of voice lines interacting with each other. But that's it. And so the so yeah, those are Zarya and Sombra. So the next pair is, we'll start with the support character, just to go further off script. And here, actually no, I'll show off their abilities first, and then we'll get into the other two. So this is Sombra. So she is a very interesting hero because she is far more stealth-based than most. So this is her invisibility ability. She moves more quickly and obviously can't be seen, which is very useful for getting in there quickly. Her main skill is actually disruptive. So you see this health pack here? I've just hacked that health pack, which means that now only people from my team can use it. You can tell by the skull marking above it. If an enemy Sombra does it, it will show up as being a red skull. And if you try to go over it, it won't work. The hacking also works on enemies, so when an enemy is hacked, only their main shooting ability will work, none of their side abilities. So if someone gets hacked, her ability will work. Also, ultimates won't work. Another thing with another one of Sombra's ability is her translocator. So stick her translocator down, there we go, a bit of damage. You'll see a timer in the middle which tells you how much time you have left to use it. So I'm going to leave it right to the last second, and then you basically teleport to where you ended up. So you can also do this on much. Bleep. Where have I? Oh, yeah, that can be a bit of a risk, so I just accidentally threw it down the stairs. But it's cool. So, oh, hello. So, her main gun is basically a very fast-moving machine gun. If you can get a headshot, it can plow through a lot of the lower health enemies quite well. I cannot guarantee I'll get a headshot. So my ultimate's charged, so I will show that off. So often you run in there invisible, doop-a-doop-a-doo, get into a crowd of enemies, and so basically I've just released a massive EMP which hacks everyone caught in it. Which is very, so when someone's hacked, abilities like Reinhardt's shield that I showed you last time will stop working. So if you've got a defensive position, having a Sombra pop up in the middle and just EMP everyone can be really bad. I just realised I haven't explained something properly. So, down here in the left-hand corner, you have the characters. I'm trying to show you, but it moves the it moves the aiming reticle, not the cursor. So you have a character's HP. So if we change to Reinhardt, you'll notice that one, he's got a lot more boxes because he's got a lot more health, and two, some of his are yellow. This means that they are armor. Basically, when that box takes damage, they'll take less damage than usual. So it's a way of kind of sponging up damage. The other kind, if we just look at Zarya, is the blue boxes, which are shields. Shields are interesting because they will recharge over time. So they're kind of like a self-healing mechanism. However, if you get hacked by Sombra, you lose those shields. So Zarya goes from having 400 HP to 200. So for some heroes that can be really problematic. Anyway, so we've looked at all of Sombra's abilities, so let's look at Zarya's. Zarya is a very awkward hero. So, we'll start with her basic gun first. So we have two modes. We have this beam, and we can fire bombs at people. The bombs have a pretty good range. you'll notice that it's not really doing that much damage. So this is where Zarya's other big thing comes in. So Zarya puts shields around people that absorb damage. And when and as they absorb damage, you'll notice that number in the middle goes up. That's Zarya's energy. The more energy she has, the more damage she does. So she has two versions of a shield. One goes around herself, and one she projects on allies. The one that she projects on allies has a shorter cooldown than one she projects on herself. I'll just test it. Yeah, so 8 seconds rather than 10 seconds. But essentially, the way to play Zarya is to juggle her two... Basically, she has kind of two modes. One is her staying back and, shielding allies and letting them build up charge. And then one is a death laser machine. I'm not actually too bad at Zarya in kind of competitive play, because the main problem I have with her is that you need to have a team who is willing to group up so that you have lots of people to keep safe. A well-played Zarya is a pain to get past. Okay, this is her ult. I did not mean to press Q, but here we are. It is basically a black hole, which sucks up all the opponents nearby and prevents them from moving. This is really, really good for if, say, one of your friendlies has a massive ult charged up and ready to unleash directly on them. So Zarya rarely gets player of the game herself, but she often features in teammates' player of the games because she's just gone, right, put them in a big bundle and then someone else has done all the damage. So yeah, a good Zarya player, as I said, will just keep blocking your attacks, and if you team her up with a good healer, you just suddenly discover that any attempt you make to push through is being blocked by Zarya's barriers, which in turn are charging her up, which in turn means that she's better at killing you. I'm not sure I don't think we gave a very good picture of Zarya's ult, so I'm just going to recharge that. In terms of how to get charge for ults, you get it from doing damage. Any heroes with any kind of healing mechanism, whether self-healing or healing others, will have that will heal them as well, but the main way for most heroes is damage. So interestingly, so each hero has a different amount of ult charge that they need. And the one with the longest is actually Lucio, but because he has so many ways of building it up, because he's very good at mass healing and self-healing, yeah, he gets it quite fast. So just looking at the numbers of how much charge you need to get an ult isn't actually that useful. Right, so Graviton Surge. Yeah. So, if I was on a higher charge, those bombs would have probably caused a major problem. Okay, that's Zarya. A tricky hero to use, but I really want to get good at Zarya because she is just so. When you get her on a roll, she's so much fun. Okay, so now let's talk about snipers. So, back in the glory days of the Overwatch organization, the second in command was a woman called Anna Amari, who disappeared after presumed dead after seeming to lose a sniper battle. Meanwhile, one of the one of the highest ranking members of Overwatch was a man called uh, Gerard, who had a wife called Amelie, and Gerard was in charge of taking down Talon, the terrorist organization. So what Talon did was they kidnapped Amelie and basically psychologically tortured her and genetically modified her until she became the assassin called Widowmaker. Widowmaker is supposed to be a entirely cold, entirely heartless assassin who only cares about getting kills. I have no idea how this translates into her outfit. It's sparkly latex with cleavage showing, and just what the hell? Widowmaker's design is kind of like a sore spot in a lot of Overwatch fans because, I mean, just look at it. So yeah, Widowmaker, I tend to change her skin pretty quickly. So anyway, Amelie disappears, Widowmaker begins showing up assassinating people, and then on an operation, she runs into Ana Amari, who snipes off a part of Widow's helmet and sees that it's Amelia, the wife of her old friend, and it's just like, the hell's going on? And that pause gives Widowmaker enough time to snipe out her eye. Anna, tired of the life of war, that Overwatch brings, decides to basically use it as a way to fake her own death and disappear. So yeah, those are the two characters. So someone in the chat had just said that the only way to justify it in universe is that it was supposed to be a joke, and Widowmaker can just physically not understand jokes, so he just assumed that they were serious. My go-to explanation is that Sombra has been hacking Widowmaker's orders to see exactly how stupid an outfit she can get her to wear. Because Widowmaker will just shrug and go with it. Okay, so let's just start. So Widowmaker is a sniper. So headshot. Secondary mode for when enemies get a bit too close for comfort. Okay, so one thing I have to mention, just because it's blowing up in the chat, Talon appears to have as an entry requirement you to be completely extra, like utterly over the top. It's amazing. I kind of love them. So Widowmaker's abilities aren't actually like super big. So she has a grappling hook, which is very useful for getting around. It will latch onto the nearest surface that you pointed at. She also has a venom mine, so if I put it down in front of the spot, it will get triggered, and they'll start taking a bit of damage. The main purpose for it is less to do damage, and more to go, hey, someone's trying to flank you, because you kind of lose a lot of your peripheral vision while sniping. So her ultimate is Recon Visor. So you'll notice that you can see these red blocks where the robots are. Basically, it allows you to see where everyone else, where the opponents are. So some of you may be going, you appear to be getting headshots on these training bots, okay, Matt? What are you complaining about? And then I missed like 4 in a row. Yeah, I'm not very good at sniping, which is the main problem with both her and Anna. Um, so that's Widow. You know, does lots of damage if you hit them in the head or one of their other critical spots. Um, not if you can't snipe, she's not going to be that much useful. And yeah, that's why I'm not very good with her. Anna is a bit more complicated. So Anna is weird. She's a healing sniper. She heals her. So basically, she heals her opponents. She heals her friendlies with the same bullets that she used to hit opponents. This means one, she's the only healer whose healing ability you need to be able to aim to pull off. Which is kind of weird. In the hands of someone with good aim, she has among the highest healing capabilities. In my hands, when the opponents are not, when both the enemies and the friendlies aren't just staying still, yeah, no. So then we have her biotic grenade, which has two functions. So one, if I throw them at an enemy, that purple means that they can't be healed. So if one of their friendlies hits them, if one of their friendlies, like a Mercy, starts trying to heal them, nothing will happen. So I'll just take a bit of damage myself. Cool. Okay, so next thing, it can heal herself and allies. What's more, when the allies have that kind of golden aura around them, that means that they get more healing from healing abilities. So it's a good time to start shooting them as well. The next one is her sleeping dart, which does this. So, if nobody damages them, they'll be down for about 5 seconds, which is incredibly useful. So if, for instance, a Winston or a Soldier 76 is using their ultimate, which involves basically them getting power up, you can send them to sleep for the entire duration of that ultimate. A good Anna player will make very good use of her sleeping darts. One thing to note with them, so if I let it recharge a bit and fire, so it lasts until they next take damage, which means that sometimes you're trying to keep an ultimate, someone going on an ultimate down, and they just respond by your teammates just respond by doing them damage, and thus, you know, ruining your carefully laid plans. Okay, so then we have her ultimate ability, which is a power-up for an ally. So, they do extra damage and take less damage themselves for the duration of the ultimate. So you can imagine how, say, a Reinhardt with that on him charging towards you might be a little intimidating. Also, if you got an ultimate that does damage, such as Reapers or Soldiers or Genjis, that, you know, does a terrifying amount of damage. The Genji Anna combo is currently really big in the metagame. It's called Nanoblade. I've yet to see it really decisively turn the tide of a battle, but it's really popular, and I don't know whether that's just because I'm playing at a level where people are desperately trying to copy, like, the proper like, we're trying to catch up to the proper meta, but we don't know how to use their abilities properly. But I can see why it'd be fun for a Genji player, at least. Okay, so just trashing the place as is traditional. So those are the 4 characters that we're looking at today. So I'm going to leave game, So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to give... So I've shown you her classic outfit, including the butt crack and the combat heels, and yeah, so the best outfit for her I actually have is this one, where she cosplaying a vampire, and she still has heels, but at least it's much better. So I'm gonna have her in that. Usually I keep them in their thing, in their default, but not with that one. Oh, hi McCree. This is McCree dressed up as a Chinese magistrate. Oh, also, my competitive play number has gone up, which means I'm now in gold, not silver. And to be honest, I'm actually having a lot better win things in gold than I am in silver, and I think it's because I'm at least a gold level player, but I don't have the skills to make up for a badly coordinated team, and there are a lot of those in silver. So doing defenses, so Widowmaker, a defense hero, seems like a good place to start. So I think I'll probably switch from her to Anna or Zarya halfway through. But I'm just going to show how Widow works and show off me missing a load of headshots. One thing I do like about Widowmaker's design is that her goggles are actually, there's like 8 eyes, like a spider's eyes. So they've really tried to give her like a spider motif. It hasn't really worked, but I do like the goggles. Oh, just a quick explanation. The reason Tracer Maker is a thing is that, well, one, Tracer's canonically gay, so she has a girlfriend. Interestingly, while Widowmaker's name is Amelie, Tracer's girlfriend's name is Emily. Not sure if Tracer did that deliberately, but whatever. Basically, one of the first shorts that came out was Tracer versus Widowmaker trying to stop an assassination. Tracer actually failed, like Widowmaker succeeded in pulling off the assassination. Oh, they have a Widowmaker as well. Who has just outsniped me utterly. On the other hand, I did get a couple of shots off, but I just didn't... Oh, hi Mercy. And they have a Bastion. Yeah, Widowmaker's not going to be much use here. I'll give her another shot, but... yeah... And we've just lost our only tank. So I guess it's Zarya coming out to play next. How are we this far back? Like, they haven't actually got past the first point yet. Oh god. Right, I'm going to do... Oh, right, that's why. Hi, Bastion. Okay, my ult's nearly done, so I will ult and switch. Hooray, Alpha took care of Bastion. Someone's just called us noob, which, yeah, to be fair, like... it doesn't help that, you know, I'm using one of my worst characters, and we'll be switching to one of my worst characters. Hanzo, like, their Mei is right behind you. I gotta be careful with Genjis, because they can deflect my shots. Yeah, I cannot. Okay. So you can see if red dots running around, you can see why that might be useful. Okay. Right, we're switching. We actually need a tank. This team isn't very good at being collected, so I don't think Zarya's going to do much good here, but she's probably going to do more good than I was doing with Widowmaker. I'm sorry to if any of this team, like, later on sees this stream. I'm sorry, okay? I did it for the stream. I just got punched to death by a climatologist dressed as a firewoman. We're really good at this. Hooray! Damn it. Come on, dude, don't just wave at my corpse. Still, I am actually enjoying this. Zarya is a fun character. I'm just not very good with her. I got sniped again. Their Widowmaker is really good. Actually, I wonder. Oop. One of our team quit. No, one of their team. Oh, hi, Moria. Moria, aren't we co-workers? What are you doing? Meanie. So that's May. We'll be getting to her later, but she's a climatologist who uses ice, which is fun. So that's what it sounds like when the other team's Widowmaker uses her power. Uses her ult. Can you tell that these are not the characters I usually use? Have they still got their Bastion? Yes. Okay. Well, we lost. So yeah, that was just kind of a bad game all round, to be honest. Like, I don't think it was just me. Oh. And Genji uses his ult, and all of us squishy die because no one took a tank. I'm gonna upvote the Widowmaker because she got me so many times. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't actually see in the chat that it was too quiet to hear the game sounds, so I'm just gonna... Are you hearing it at the moment? Um, like, can you hear the backing music? Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there. So apparently, for some reason, my streaming software is not actually picking up the sound apart from my voice. Um, so that's interesting. Yeah. Um, okay, I have no idea why that's happening because I can hear it fine in my headphones and it should be picking like the fact that it's picking up the game audio indicates that it should probably be picking up this. Um, why has the screen gone dark? Hold on, something's gone fuzzy. Uh, I'll probably edit this bit out of the recording. Um, okay. Um, okay, so I've got visuals back. Are you getting any audio now? Oh, shit. No, it's not picking it up. Okay, I don't know why it's not. Okay, I don't get why it's not picking up the, I don't get why it's not picking up this. I will try and sort it out for the next stream, but for now, I kind of want to get on with it. So luckily, Overwatch isn't really a kind of very sound-heavy game. But yeah, I don't know why that happened. Sorry about that. Technical hitches. The streamer's worst enemy. Okay, so I'll do one more. I'll do one more kind of show-off match because I still need to do a proper thing for Sombra and Anna, and then I will probably. I'm kind of in the zone for Overwatch right now, so I think what I will probably do is just. I won't record it, so it won't be in the version I put up on YouTube, but I'll probably do some competitive play with the characters that I'm best at, and you can see what that looks like at gold level. You know, it'll be fun. Um, I'm still really confused as to why it's not picking up the audio. Oh well. Oh look, I'm on Sombra already. Here we are. I'm very fond of Sombra just from the perspective of I like kind of, you know, hackers who try to break into everything, as I think some people in the chat who have roleplayed with me know. um, like, conspiracy theorist characters are really fun, not so much in real life when you have to deal with them, but like in fiction, particularly because a conspiracy will inevitably turn out to be correct. Like, Sombra is right that there's a massive conspiracy out to kind of manipulate the world like puppets. Oh, that's a good point. Do I have... Damn it, no. So Sombra has a really good emote. Hack. Where she makes a Reaper puppet and makes it dance, and it's hilarious. Alright, let's be invisible for a bit. And I promptly get frozen by May. Amazing. Amazing! So that's Diva. She now has a cat girl mech. And by that I mean the mech is a cat girl. She's just in a... Actually, no, I think he is dressed up as Catgirl, but... Anyway. The point is, basically all of my teammates on the point are dead. So... I'm going to do the sensible thing and not run directly onto the point, but instead just go around and hack all their medpacks. Are you just waiting till my hacking runs off a medpack, Genji? Okay, that was kind of amazing. Heal. And beep. Okay, so Zarya really doesn't like being hacked because of a lot of her abilities. A lot of her powers are based on her. Well, her entire like build is based around having her shields up on people and getting charge. Who's Rain Man? I don't know. Oh. No, it won't. So actually, Widowmaker doesn't really care about getting hacked because she's all about the headshots. Like, her abilities are helpful but not essential. Tracer, if you can get hold of her long enough to hack her... Come back here, Tracer. Okay, if you can properly hack Tracer, she doesn't like getting hacked. Because her survivability is very much based around her ability to get in and out of places quickly. Just hack that med pack, because why not? Everyone just starts using their ultimates to get them out of the way before the end of the round. So in a King of the Hill map like this, any ultimate charge you get doesn't carry over to the next kind of round. So I wasn't really able to use my ult properly. I think for now I'm going to switch over to Ana. Hold on, which map is it? So, people have just told me that I should be embarrassed. And I'm really not. Like, that was a good Sombra play for me. I mean, you're the one who, like, didn't just run away. Oh, we're all grouping up. So Roadhog in particular really doesn't like getting... And that's my first... Oh! I did manage to hit someone with my sleeping dart. I just didn't realise it. I was aiming for Roadhog and entirely coincidentally got their Mei. That's kind of amazing. Amazing! Oh, I love Mei so much. Right. One thing about Ana as a sniper that you have to remember is that she doesn't actually get headshots. Like, getting a headshot with her abilities doesn't actually really help. Um, it just means that it it doesn't do any extra damage or anything like that. Also, Anna's really snarky, and I know you guys can't hear voice lines right now, but she was just like, "This is so much better than relaxing on the beach." So that's yeah. I don't know where that blizzard is. Right, who gets to be ultra powered? Diva. Have fun. Did I get someone? No, I didn't. Nice. So yeah, it looks like we're doing pretty well this round. Yeah, so you can see how a good team can make up for a member not using her... What? Okay, I have genuine questions right now. What? That was play of a game? What? Seriously, what? I am legitimately confused by that play of a game. I did nothing. If someone can explain how I got play of the game, I'd be really interested to hear because... Woo! Right, I'll do one more of these, so I'll do a proper Anna one, proper Zarya one, and then I'll switch over to doing, some, comp, if people want to watch that. Aha! I am strong. Oh, hold on. I saw a Chew skin box, which I didn't see when I did it a second time. Hello, Widowmaker. Oh yeah, also Widowmaker, I don't know if you can see, but Widowmaker has a tattoo of a spider on her back, and the French for nightmare tattooed on her arm. Talon is just so extra. What emotes do I have? Ooh, mystery gift. For some reason, the actual present didn't load. There we are. Right then. Yeah, you'll notice that none of my teammates were around and ready to let me get shields up on them. Hello, McCree. Damn it. Was a bit too slow with my shields. I think I'm going to try and stay back and see if I can get the shields up there. So I'm just going to switch so I can... Okay, so 2 eliminations, 2 deaths. Not the worst ratio I've ever had. Oh. That's more like it. Oh, they're back. Oh, hi, Widow. Okay, this isn't going too badly. Damn it. I protected our Roadhog? Junkrat. Roadhog is the other one. From their from their Tracer, but not myself. So so Tracer Sticky Bomb. If Zarya uses her shield on someone who already has it on them, it'll get rid of it. But if someone who if it gets put on someone who if it gets put on someone who already has it, they'll be shielded, but no one else will. So So at the end, managed to get their Farah in a in one of my ults. Okay, so that was Zarya. Didn't actually go too badly there. I think most of that was less team and more me not being quite quick enough on the draw. Like there was a couple of times where I probably should have had my shields up when they were ready, when they were charged, but you know, I'm gonna upvote their mercy because tip your healers even if they're not yours. And then right, so yeah, that's the end of the Welcome to Overwatch stream. I'm going to stop recording this now and do some competitive. If anyone wants to stick around, feel free.